Hello, Isabelle. Okay, so I did hear your moving forward reading. Um, so we're just gonna get right into it. You have for how to start the process of moving forward. You got the Ten of Wands here. So the Ten of Wands is an energy that is really indicating that you may be taking on an extra burden. You may be doing a lot. You may have a lot of people relying on you right now, and it just kind of seems as though you're the only one taking care of everything, right? Like this guy has like a whole bundle of stuff. It looks like he's really tired, but he's alone. You know, there's like no one in sight there to kind of help him. But it also talks about if you are indeed in a situation like that, that because it's in the position of how you can start moving forward from that, how you can kind of find yourself getting out of this situation. It's asking you now to start prioritizing yourself a little better. Delegating responsibilities. Is there anyone else that you can ask for help? Is there something on your workload that you absolutely maybe don't have to do that you can just say, you know what, I'm just gonna kind of wait for that another day. Maybe make a list of just here's what's important, here's what to deal with right now, and then just kind of take a step back a little bit and not really do so much. Here, asking you of your emotions to let go, you got the Ten of Swords. So before you can fully move on from this situation, right, it's kind of asking you to get out of this energy of like, feeling stuck, feeling like you have no other choice, feeling like everyone is against you, and kind of just moving forward with everything that's happening right now or everything that's yet to happen for you. The Ten of Wands is a card where the situation that we find ourselves in, it's almost as though we're like disillusioning ourselves, right? It represents enlightenment. So it says it's timely now to accept your illusions for what they are. If you can move forward and put the past behind you, it would lead you to a whole new sense of self-awareness, right? So it's essentially just kind of asking you to really look at everything right now, look at your situation, look at what's going on, and just kind of take that power back or see what's not fitting, see what's not working, and be brutally honest with yourself right now, and see what you can come out of on your own, where it's like maybe you're keeping yourself stuck, by kind of like not moving forward with the situation, even though you probably already have the tools to do so, right? It says that something influencing your decision here. So you got the Seven of Swords here, and then it's rooted down by the Knight of Cups. So the Seven of Swords is, it could represent a person who might be a little sneaky, maybe manipulative, maybe somebody who does little things or, thinks that they're never going to get away with it, or that they're always going to get away with it, right? Like nobody's watching me, or just kind of this attitude of like, I can pretty much do what I want when I want. And then it's rooted down by this Knight of Cups. And, the Knight of Cups is actually, it's another card kind of asking you to question yourself a little bit. It's asking you to really look at your situation and see, like if, is what you're doing right now really what you want? Again, are you kind of like disillusioning yourself? Are you not in a position right now that maybe you're doing something like in your career, maybe you're doing something in your personal relationships or anything where it's like that it's not right for you. That you may be surrounded by negative energies, or just doing too much or carrying too much of a workload, or anything like that, and you're kind of essentially letting other people get away with it here. There could be people around you, like I said, that aren't carrying the full load, or that are a little bit sneaky, maybe manipulative, and it's like, okay, it's kind of time to move forward with that. It says too for the Knight of Cups that yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, yeah, 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 it's asking like, is your life stall and static right? Is your life stall, dull, sorry, and static right now? You know, it may be kind of time to tap a little bit more into like your fun side, you know, and kind of like this one, you know, just kind of let some of it go. You know, just release all of this type of energy here that's holding you back or that's making you feel super overburdened. I know that. I know that your friend did mention that you were asking a little bit more about your career. So this could be in a job. You know, maybe you're feeling a little bit stuck right now, like stuck in a job right now where you're taking on too much of the workload. You don't feel like you get enough help around the workplace. And so it's kind of just asking you to really take a hard look at that. You know, I don't personally think it's always very easy to move on from situations, especially if you've been in a job for a long time. Maybe you're thinking about a new career. Anything that you're kind of thinking about, either way, it's never really that easy to move forward. But so far the reading's kind of coming out that like you're tired, you know, you're tired here, and there kind of has to be a change if you want to see any sort of progress within yourself. It's asking also a quality that you may possess that will give you strength. And you got the Emperor card here, and the Emperor card was rooted down by the Ace of Swords. So the Emperor card, he is like a very authoritative person. You know, he's in control. He's in control of his feelings. He is very level-headed, you know. And so getting into that type of energy cautiously, because he could be take it a little overboard, right? I mean, any of these could, there's always two sides to everything. So you kind of want to make sure that if you're stepping into this energy, he's like a leader, right? He's like a powerful leader. He's the rock, which would actually make sense that it's saying that this is a quality that you possess, because if an emperor is like this father figure, and when we think of father figures, we think of somebody who takes care of everything, right? He's like the foundation for everybody. He probably carries a lot on his back, just like this card is suggesting, and it probably, you know, he probably does it, and he's expected really not to complain, because that's just what you do, right? So it could work for you and against you in this situation. That willingness to take on so much may be hurting you right now, because this indicates that, you know, you're feeling stuck there, and that you may be tired, and it's too much for you. But that same energy, that strength that you have inside of you, indicated by this Emperor card, is also the same thing that could move you away from the situation, right? So, because then the Ace of Swords here is another card talking about illusion, but with this card, it's like quick action for you to cut through that, you know, realizing that you don't have to stay stuck there, realizing that you have, you know the way forward already, right? You know what you should probably be doing. You established already between right and wrong that this is probably the wrong situation for you. And just kind of facing the facts and just doing it already, right? And then if this is that card of cutting through it, and then this is the card that is going to give you that strength to do it, hopefully with no fear, and just a very strong willingness to do it, right? Okay, so then next here we have your most important lesson that you'll learn is the Hangman right here. So from kind of taking this stand, finding your strength, deciding no more of any of this energy, you know, no more being stuck, no more staying somewhere where you don't feel appreciated, where you don't feel like you're ever getting any help. The Hangman is all about new perspective, right? He's hanging upside down here. He's seeing the world from a totally different angle, and he's kind of realizing, oh, hey, you know, like it was this is something like I'm taking back my power. Like I've always had it in me, right? So you have this Emperor here, and that's like kind of your overall energy. So it's realizing that you have to take that step forward, and you're changing your priorities now, and you're seeing things from a completely different angle as something that you'll learn from this experience, you know. And then hopefully in the future, it's like you carry that energy with you, you know, and you realize that you don't have to stay, like I said, where you don't feel appreciated, or where you feel like things are way too much for you. As far as where the wind is taking you next, so we have the Four of Pentacles. 1 second here. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, you have the Four of Pentacles rooted down by the High Priestess. So that is, the Four of Pentacles energy is, he's a little bit of like a little materialistic guy. You know, he's very like tight-fisted with his money. You know, or just with situations in general. He's kind of one of those that's like mind type of energy. But the other side to that card is that, you know, if you feel that you are in an uncontrollable situation right now, which this kind of indicates, like if you're feeling stuck right now, if you're feeling like you just can't get out of this guy says that with planning and organization, you could, right? And this guy is also as well, you know, he's very, like I said, he's well organized, he's strong, he kind of carries the world on his back, right? And so, I think that also then with, you also had rooted down with this Four of Pentacles guy is the High Priestess. And the High Priestess card, is absolute feminine energy. Like, she's pretty much like the epitome of, you know, female intuition, unlocking secrets, seeing what's beyond what's obvious, you know. So it could be, you know, that you can be coming into maybe even a situation that's better for you financially, but you're also growing as a person, right? You're growing as a woman. You have, you know, maybe your intuition strengthens from this. You're a little bit more on point. You know, it says the Empress is, or sorry, not the Empress, the High Priestess. You know, the High Priestess, like I said, is, you know, they always say like women's intuition, and women always kind of get teased a little bit about it and everything, but it's like, no, you have to trust in that. You have to listen to it. You have to believe it. You know, when you get that feeling in the pit of your stomach, I feel coming out of this situation, you're going to be a lot more aware of that. Maybe you've not felt so good about this position for a long time, the position that you find yourself in right now, and maybe you saw things, maybe you were, I was just say like lying to yourself about what you were really seeing or what was really going on in this situation. But coming out of this, you know, finding that strength, walking away from it, leaving it behind, you find the strength of the High Priestess, which is pretty much the highest strength that I feel a woman could get to. You know, it's just like that total goddess energy, and you know what you know, and nobody could take that away from you. Yeah. Yeah. So it says, like, with this card too, like, you can just be enlightened about a problem, you know. And so, yeah, definitely, I think that that's what you're looking at here. If you're able to really move forward and walk away from this situation. Like I said, just overall, how you move forward is getting into this energy, you know, realizing that you can cut through it, realizing how strong you are, and just like I said, realizing first that if it's not an immediate, you know, kind of getting away from it, it's almost like two-stepped, right? Like first you you know, delegate the responsibilities, or you just decide that this is just not important anymore. You realize that this is a temporary situation that you may have felt stuck in, but that you don't have to get stuck anymore, and completely changing your perspective and really stepping into that, you know, divine power that we all have inside of us and that you clearly have inside of you. I have a lot of strong energy from this read. I think that you're a very strong person, and I think that you are somebody who really knows what they want in life, and you definitely have the means to get it. So I think it's good, right? I know that change is never really easy. Moving forward from certain situations can't always be the easiest thing for us to do. But it's in us, right? It's in us, and we're stronger than we think we are half of the time. And you definitely want to be away from any energy that's kind of, you know, not only keeping you feeling stuck, but any energy that is manipulative or just not good for you anymore, right? So best of luck with this. I hope it resonated. I appreciate you. I appreciate your support. Thank you very much for reaching out and everything. So yeah, good luck. Take care.